I am Julia, a seasoned paranormal investigator with a thirst for the unknown. Little did I know that the decrepit remains of St. Agnes Hospital, an institution abandoned for decades due to a gruesome past, would become the stage for a malevolent awakening beyond the realms of the living. The moon cast an eerie glow on the dilapidated facade of St. Agnes as our team gathered in the shadow of the forsaken structure. Its windows, shattered and veiled in darkness, told a tale of horrors buried in the annals of time. The hospital, once a sanctuary for healing, had become a breeding ground for dormant entities hungering for revenge. As we stepped into the haunted halls, the air thickened with a palpable tension. The scent of decay lingered, a spectral echo of the hospital's gruesome past. Our flashlights pierced the darkness, revealing graffiti-laden walls that whispered tales of the forgotten souls trapped within. The group, a mix of skeptics and believers, embarked on a journey into the heart of the paranormal abyss. Our equipment, humming with anticipation, recorded the ambient sounds that seemed to echo with the tormented whispers of the forsaken. The hospital, now a spectral labyrinth, awaited our intrusion into the veiled dimensions that defied the laws of the living. The first signs of paranormal activity manifested in flickering lights and distant moans that seemed to emanate from the decaying walls. Shadows danced on the periphery of our vision, and cold spots punctuated the stagnant air like silent cries for attention. We reached the remnants of the hospital's operating theater, a place steeped in the pain of countless surgeries and procedures. The air grew colder as the group gathered in the dim light, and our breaths seemed to materialize as ghostly specters. A sudden drop in temperature heralded the presence of something beyond our mortal comprehension. A guttural moan echoed through the theater, reverberating with a resonance that sent shivers down our spines. The investigators, now united by a common unease, turned their attention to the shadows that clung to the corners like unseen malevolence. The hospital, awakened from its dormant state, seemed to breathe with a spectral force that defied explanation. Our journey led us through desolate corridors, where the remnants of hospital beds bore witness to the suffering of patients long gone. The air pulsated with an unseen energy, and the atmosphere grew heavy with the weight of the past. Whispers, indistinct yet laden with anguish, accompanied our every step. In a room shrouded in darkness, we encountered a manifestation that defied reason. A spectral figure, draped in tattered hospital robes, materialized before us. Its hollow eyes bore the torment of a tortured soul, and a silent scream seemed to echo through the veil of the ethereal. The investigators, now faced with the undeniable reality of the paranormal, recoiled in awe and terror. The figure, a remnant of the hospital's gruesome history, gestured toward the decrepit walls as if inviting us to bear witness to the unspeakable horrors that had transpired within. As the group hesitated, the hospital itself seemed to respond. Doors creaked open and closed with an unseen force, and distant footsteps echoed through the corridors like a macabre waltz. The spectral figure, its eyes locked onto ours, beckoned us into the heart of the paranormal abyss. The journey intensified as we ventured into the bowels of the hospital, guided by the silent specter that seemed to glide through the darkness. Whispers, now distinct and laden with accusation, revealed the hospital's gruesome secrets, a tale of malpractice, abuse, and the tortured souls condemned to the forsaken halls. The investigators, gripped by a primal fear, encountered manifestations that defied the laws of reality. Apparitions of patients, their faces etched in eternal agony, appeared and vanished with an ethereal grace. The hospital, now a spectral tapestry of suffering, bore witness to the malevolent forces that hungered for revenge. In the basement, a forgotten chamber concealed from the light of day, we stumbled upon the epicenter of the hospital's paranormal activity. The air vibrated with an unseen force, and the group braced themselves for a confrontation with the entities that awaited us in the shadows. As we entered the chamber, the temperature plummeted, and the air became charged with an otherworldly energy. Shadows, now manifesting as tangible entities, writhed in the corners like vengeful spirits eager to exact retribution. The spectral figure, its presence intensifying, gestured toward a flickering light at the center of the room. A lone hospital bed, surrounded by ethereal mist, seemed to pulsate with a malevolent force. The whispers, now a cacophony of torment, echoed through the chamber as the investigators faced the revelation of the hospital's darkest secret. The bed, a relic of the hospital's gruesome past, bore witness to a spectral reenactment. a nightmarish tableau of malpractice and suffering. The investigators, transfixed by the ethereal drama, saw the tortured souls of patients trapped in a perpetual cycle of agony. The hospital, now a conduit for the malevolent forces that sought revenge, seemed to exhale with a spectral satisfaction. Desperation seized us as we confronted the entities that hungered for retribution. The room, now a battleground between the living and the ethereal, echoed with the investigators' pleas for mercy. Shadows coalesced into spectral forms, and the temperature dropped to an unbearable chill as the entities sought to drag the living into the abyss. In the midst of the paranormal maelstrom, the spectral figure gestured toward the flickering light at the center of the room. The investigators, their senses heightened by fear and desperation, realized the hospital bed was a conduit, a gateway that bridged the realms of the living and the forsaken. With a surge of determination, we severed the spectral connection. The bed, now freed from the malevolent force, ceased its pulsating glow. The entities, their vengeful cries silenced, recoiled into the shadows like defeated phantoms. The hospital, once a spectral battleground, descended into an eerie calm. As we emerged from the forsaken chamber, the hospital seemed to exhale a spectral sigh. The shadows retreated, and the air, no longer thick with unseen malevolence, lightened as if freed from the weight of the past. The investigators, their nerves shattered and senses heightened by the ethereal encounter, stepped into the moonlit night. The remnants of St. Agnes Hospital, now silent witnesses to the paranormal struggle that had unfolded within its walls, stood as a testament to the malevolent forces that lurked in the shadows of forgotten history. The investigators, forever changed by the nightmarish journey, left the abandoned halls with a newfound respect for the echoes of suffering that lingered in the spectral realms. As we retreated into the night, the hospital's facade faded into darkness. The whispers, now distant echoes, lingered in the air like the tortured souls seeking solace. The paranormal abyss, once awakened, had retreated into the veiled dimensions, leaving the investigators with a chilling reminder that some entities, hungry for revenge, could not be silenced by the passage of time.